Communication is highly informal, conversational, and I always talk about my age. I just turned 71, going on 72, and I don't feel 71. Do I look 71? I don't feel 71, and that's because I'm in marketing. First lesson in marketing we teach and practice is it's all about packaging, right? So what you see are wonders of modern technology put together here essentially. My topic is going to be slightly different but very complementary. If you analyze the SME sectors worldwide, the best nations that have done a great job of SME sectors as sort of the backbone of the nation, both from a growth viewpoint as well as from balance of payments, creating reserves through exports, have been the SME sectors leading the international or globalization primarily for their revenues. I've been working for many governments. Government of Singapore now is getting very serious about SME sector, and I'm involved with them. Turkey probably is one of the best examples. And all over the world, always we have used Italy as a great example about how to create organized SME sector in the world. So one can learn quite a lot from other countries. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the slides and then have any time for questions and answers, or just go through basically an analysis. So here are the reasons why one has to go international. Surprisingly, the best reason to go international is to protect the domestic market, because international experiences give you a tremendous amount of versatility, as well as, in fact, a benchmark which is very different than the domestic benchmark by and large. Again, on a study of more than 5,000 family-owned SME sector companies, one of the first rules of SME sector seems to be that once they reach a point of survival and a success, they like to plateau rather than grow. So any incentive that is given to creating growth becomes very useful. So we have some great examples around here. We have companies like, for example, Dabur, which is a major domestic company, but to survive in that field primarily as the competition opens up here, they are now going aggressively internationally. You also find, in fact, that participate in the growth opportunity. There is a tremendous amount of interest now, things that are of Asian origin. This is the Asian century. And it will become the largest economic bloc by and large. I wrote a book called Chindia Rising, which is the rise of China and India and its influence worldwide. And there are enormous set of opportunities made in India or made by Indian companies to go basically abroad. And one of the best examples around here would be, for example, Haldiram. Haldiram's valuation is extraordinary. It's a snack company, begins in a small way like most SME sectors, and has done wonderfully well in terms of its global expansion. The third example that I will talk about has to do with de-risking the business. If you have different geographies whose economic recessions and growth are at different cycles, and I think the comment Dr. Kumar made is very true, too much concentration into North American market, for example, or the European market may not be the future. If there is any growth left, today it is primarily emerging economies growing rapidly, and emerging economies doing business with other emerging economies, which was not the old model, but it becomes a very good model. So de-risking is a third major area. The fourth one I will talk about has to do with learning to innovate through localization. This is a very key area, that innovation can come in this sector, and this sector is relatively quite innovative. We simply don't have things written up about them. For example, if you take the SME sector, which is the Silicon Valley in technology, that's all small and medium enterprises. If you take the aerospace industry, all the component makers are small and medium enterprises. High precision, excellent quality. But we don't have those written up in Harvard Business School cases, for example. So there is tremendous amount of understanding and innovative spirit built into the SME sector.